In one fell swoop, I made one purchase and I became financially independent. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm dyslexic, I have severe ADHD, and I'm a 2.9 student. Welcome back to the LeanEnact channel, guys, the show that teaches you how to eliminate the struggle from your life. Today is super exciting because I'm going to be going over my passive income. What does that mean? Basically, I have taken and applied the lean principles you see in all my other videos, and I applied them to personal finance. And my vehicle of choice for personal finance is real estate. In other videos, you see me talk about efficient coffee, a solar chicken coop, or efficient pooping, and it seems completely disconnected. However, those principles that allow me to pull in the $15,080 a month. Now, of that $15,080 a month, I actually have about $11,000 of expenses, which means I get to pocket about $4,000. Instead of actually pocketing the $4,000, I've chosen to reinvest 100% of my net income back into the properties to make them better for two reasons. Reason number one, a lot of them are old and the previous owners that I bought them from did not take good care of the properties. And reason two, because based on market rents around me, I should be pulling in about $17,000 to $18,000 a month, but my expenses would still be at $11,000 a month. So I'm trying to improve the properties so I can actually pull in more cash flow. Now, this is my personal story. However, this is completely scalable. No matter what income level you're at, no matter how much you have in the bank, there is a strategy out there for you. It's the concepts that are important and not exactly what I did or the specific deal. Now, I did this in the traditional method that you guys would generally buy a house. For instance, many of you might take $20,000 as a down payment and buy a $100,000 house by borrowing the rest from a bank. I basically did this, but on a larger scale. I took $220,000 and used it to control $1,071,000 of real estate. I'll do a history of where that $200,000 came from some other time, but I just wanted to show you the basics. It's the same thing on a larger scale. Instead of buying one house and putting $20,000 down, I bought 26 houses and put $220,000 down. Now, mathematically, this is actually extremely inefficient, in my opinion, a very poor way to go about doing this. There are two other methods. One is the BRRRR strategy, and the other one is the HouseHacking strategy. Both of those are far better, and I'll cover them separately in videos to come. But in the meantime, down in the doobly-doo will be links to BiggerPockets videos explaining them in depth. In the United States, we are allowed to own personal property. In some countries, the government owns the property, you have no say. But here, our government goes through great lengths to ensure that people can buy houses. Cool thing, a lot of real estate investors are incentivized to go ahead and invest. They'll take a property that's completely unlivable, and then they'll take on the risk of buying that property, renovating it, bringing it to standards, and taking it from out of commission and putting it back on the market. And that service that you provide, you're doing that in hopes to make a profit. The government, what do they get out of it? They took something that was unlivable from before, and without having to spend any money, they now have more houses out there that people can live in. Well, with more houses that people can live in, there's more competition, and with more competition, you get one of two things happening. Either one, the pricing of houses goes lower, or you have more value at the same cost. The more inventory there is in the market, the more places there are for people to live, the more competitive we have to be. If you guys are interested in learning about how I did this, that's great. Or have any questions for me, ask them down below. And I'll be actually going through my story and how I got the money, what I did. It's pretty funny, but I'll give you a quick 30,000 foot view. Well, I was married, and then I got a divorce. Then I took stocks that I had from my employee stock purchase plan of a previous company I worked for. I then attempted to go buy solar panels with it. The solar panel guy said, "Whoa, why are you buying these solar panels, bruh? Instead, you should buy real estate and use that real estate to pay for your electricity. And I was like, that's an odd thing for a solar panel salesman to tell me. So I went to then go buy one house and accidentally bought 26 houses instead. So that's basically my story in a nutshell. And I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm dyslexic, I have severe ADHD, and I'm a 2.9 student graduating from good old Texas A&M there. And with that, I'm very clearly able to do this. As we speak, I've performed a mini BRRRR, not technical BRRRR, but I've taken this property and I've raised its value to approximately $1.3 million. I've only owned the properties for 6 months. With that, I'm approaching the bank, I'm getting another loan, and I'm actually gonna get my original $200,000 completely back. Expect a video coming down the line when that does go through. In one fell swoop, I made one purchase and I became financially independent. Guys, if you like this kind of stuff, if you're interested at all, I'd love to share with you my journey. And the reason I'm doing this is because there was so much free information out there that helped me along, both in the lien space and the real estate space, but I want to combine the two together. People were so gracious and generous to come out of the woodwork to help complete strangers online. So I want to return that favor. If you like any of this, if you have questions, I'd love to hear your questions below. If you have video ideas, I'd love for you to ask them down below in the description. And from there, I will certainly try to make videos around that. If you like this content at all and want to see more, if you want to hear about how to make your life easier, no matter what it is, whether it's pooping efficiently or being financially independent, please like, subscribe, and share. All right, guys, with that, I'll see you next time.